process that went into looking for a site was complex. It was very thorough. We looked at over 650 individual properties within the city of Bakersfield.
The homeless crisis continues throughout the state and here in Bakersfield. The latest point-in-time count report showing over 1,300 people on the streets in Kern County, with 80% located in the city. Those numbers causing Bakersfield City Council to look for a new all-inclusive homeless shelter. Not just a place for a person to have a bed, but a step towards breaking the cycle of homelessness and dealing with the symptoms that often lead to the now epidemic.
If you give someone a bed for a night, you're not necessarily addressing their addiction. You're not necessarily addressing their lack of employment or their lack of education or the other things that they need or the other things that may have caused them to be there in the first place.
Last week, city staff thought they found a location in the Calcott property on East Brundage Lane that would meet the criteria in a search for a new shelter. But after residents expressed concerns over the location, size, and what many say was a lack of transparency by the city, council members pressing the pause button on the purchase.
There is no perfect location.
Councilmember Andre Gonzalez has both the Bakersfield Homeless Shelter and the mission at Kern County in his ward. He says although he understands the public's concerns, Calcott is a prime location for the new shelter and wants to dispel any fears.
Anytime community members come out and they say they want more time to understand the issue, and it was clear hearing a lot of the feedback from residents that we ought to take a little bit more time to share with the community.
Gonzalez says the new shelter will not be a drop-in center and that people will have to be referred in order to receive services, and that it will be closed off to the public. And even though there would be the potential for 450 beds, the initial phase would only be around 100 to 150. He says there will also be enhanced security and cleanup services if there are any issues. As for transparency, the city says they value community feedback, but because of state property law, they cannot announce a location until the seller agrees to the purchase.
Think of it like when you purchase a house. Whoever's selling that house to you has no guarantee that you will actually come forward and carry through until the two of you have agreed on a price and you've both signed on the dotted line.